So of course, since OF became popular, like a lot of people have encouraged other people to make accounts, right? And a lot of people aren't actually that successful at it. They're only pulling in a couple hundred a month. And I just really wanted to talk about something super important, because people think that I'm being silly by not accepting to make one, even though I have a platform. Even though for the platforms that I'm very popular on, I am known for simply looking nice, for being attractive. Yeah, it's because there's something I realized that a lot of people haven't realized, which is why there are a lot of people who have kind of ruined their lives over it. Right, so you see, the most of the people who are very, very successful on there are people who had big and or massive followings on other social media platforms for their attractiveness before making those accounts. These are people who had, either they were like me and they just had a fair few followers for doing it, like, you know, a collective 6 figures, or they had, like, you know, 7, 8, they're you know, they're like proper living off of internet money. So it wouldn't really matter if they did. There's no stigma being added to the person. And so, you know, people in their parasocial relationship with the people behind the screen, they kind of forget that this girl is not the average girl anymore, the person who you're listening to. So when she's saying like, oh, you know, it's so easy, it's fun, you can just easily make one, and like anyone can make money on that, it's like, it sounds like they're saying anyone, but like, no, that's not anyone. With the right circumstances, and there are going to be a few outliers, but that ain't most people. I mean, we live in a world where people are showing, people are like, people are having to make free pages to promote the paid content. People are like, if you go on Twitter, right, you'll see a lot of people, they're posting some of the content from their account, some of the explicit content, for like 2 likes and no retweets. Even when people are going viral for saying they're starting accounts, they got a whole bunch of people saying, come on, man, like they don't want to see this. Like, it's, I don't know, I think a lot of people, they fell for the whole, oh, it's easy thing, and didn't realize that they weren't set up for it. Now, one of the reasons why, again, I would never make one, I've said this before, but I want to say it now since I am in a much calmer state. The kind of comments that you get just for looking nice are already very unhinged. So if you make content like that, they will only get worse. Like, they will only get worse. Yeah? And also, it's like, if you have things that you want to do in life that can directly contradict, if you have goals in life that directly, like, you know, these are for the kinds of businesses and companies that would not be able to look past those kinds of pictures of you being on the internet, then it wouldn't be advisable, because like, we're not in a idealistic world where your past actions don't matter. I mean, someone, you could, like, maybe, like, if someone faked, you wouldn't have, like, your whole life ruined because, well, it's not you. But, like, if that's really you, it's really attached to your name, it's attached to an account that's yours, and you're promoting it, well, then, yeah. Yeah, but anywho, back to the thing that people aren't realizing. I think people, especially those who followed these girls from like the beginning of their journeys, they really don't realize that she's not like, that ain't the girl in her messy bedroom anymore, you know? That ain't the girl in her messy little bedroom anymore. Like, this is a rich influencer who has like millions of followers. This isn't like I mean, it's not the same. There's no, in fact, because these are often people who have made money off the internet already and who have clout to fall back on. You have an audience that'll forgive you even if you flopped and you quit. Yeah, there's no fear. There's no fear attached to it. Anywho, yeah, no, the average person isn't really bright enough to realize that, but I digress. Let me carry on. So another thing is, so the kinds of people who encourage you to start. Now, for the most part, people don't really encourage others to do things that benefit just them. This is for the most part. So you must wonder why, if somebody asks you whether you'd be willing to do something, why they're really asking you. Is it to benefit you or them? I mean, if half the people who are telling you this are guys, or you know that they're girls who, or you know that they are girls who are a bit more sheltered or maybe not very good looking, then like these are people who either want to look at you or live vicariously through you. So they have an agenda with why they're asking you too. But like people ain't thinking about all this. They just kind of jump and then they're like, oh no, I didn't realize. Like, how did you not realize? Do you know the thing that made me deep it before anyone ever suggested that I even try is someone said it's like running a YouTube channel. And so I thought, I already have a YouTube channel, and I know how like when I was much younger and I made the channel and I wasn't steady with content or anything, I know how much I was struggling. Yeah, so imagine that, but like 10 times worse, because now you're feeling all panicked because like that's your whole body on camera, or that's something taboo even if it's not your whole body. Like, yeah, exactly, it wouldn't make sense. But like, this is the stuff people don't think about. They just thought, yes, fast, easy money. And now you have a bunch of people who are trapped making content for like 200. Yeah, for like 200 in a week or even 200 in a month. I don't know, bro. That don't seem worth it. Or even just having it attached to your name. Even if you were to do something else on there, because of what the platform is known for, having it attached to your name, your account, is, yeah. Yeah, would definitely get you looked at a certain way. And like I said, this is all dependent on what you actually are already doing with your life and what you want to do with your life. Because of course, people who worked in those kinds of industries anyway, well, of course this ain't gonna affect them. They were already on it. But like, if you weren't, maybe just think. Yeah, think a little hard before you go and make that account. Because we don't live in a world where all the taboos of life are gone. The taboos are right there. Like, a lot of the stuff that the internet says yeah to is stuff that real life still says nah to. I mean, even, hold on, being a content creator in general is still not taken seriously. So the more explicit or the more taboo the kind of content you make is, the worse the judgment will be. I mean, people are getting irate at food content creators for reviewing restaurants and that. Bro, like there's a lot going on that I don't think people really ever gave any like thought to. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on what people are not seeing